Hey, what's going on, my friends? Hope and pray everybody's doing good out there. God bless you in Jesus' name. Hope you're doing well. Me and the wife and kids are out here in Crow Canyon is what they call this place. But we're out here on a walk, and what we wanted to share with you today was, God willing, a few petroglyphs that are out here. We're also going to share with you, if God is willing, a couple of Pueblo ruins. But this is a really cool place. It's pretty big out here. But that's all right. We're out here early. We're going to walk around and show you guys a couple things, God willing. So right here we got our first kind of petroglyph, and also a old ruin. Of course, it's fallen down, as you can see, but the lumber's still here. You can still see the lumber. And there's a few little writings. Some of them look more recent. But this one here, this is legitimately old here. See this, the sun there. And we also got this one here. See? You can see where people have shot it with their guns. It's beautiful out here. Okay, so here we got another petroglyph, guys. This one's pretty neat. Check it out. You guys see that? That's pretty awesome looking. Looks like you can see there's a corn. Those ones are corn, or like a turkey foot. See the turkey foot? That's what those are. Another turkey foot right here. But these are the ones I found interesting. See the sole of the foot there? That's pretty interesting. Let's get a closer look. Yeah. Just to give you a size comparison. The foot. These are pretty neat. They're not necessarily ones we've been looking for, but here's a thing. It looks like an hourglass kind of. See? I don't think I see anything else on the side. Come around that tree there's some more. So you can see these ones. I got some older stuff over here. It's real interesting. I don't really see anything else right through here, but just below it, we got some interesting ones. Looks like some kind of false god or something. You can see the people dancing around it. I know there's several of them. Several people there, you can see. And it's kind of hard to make out what that says. But that one, you see, it looks a little more modern. Probably not quite as old as the others. Again, here's another petroglyph. Coming around the corner. Got a few more here. Kind of interesting. You can see that one there. There's a cross. Next to it looks like we got a turkey. And then that strange thing right there, that strange man. We got some more turkey foots right there. See a turkey foot. Got another one here. Looks like some kind of warrior. You can see he's got a bow on there. He's holding some kind of tomahawk. The one behind him there, you can see has a bow and an arrow or a tomahawk. And then you can see the war feathers or whatever those are. It appears this one's been damaged. See a big old chunk missing there. I can hear the family catching up to him. Check out this. You got to go through this hole. That's kind of cool. Oh yeah, there's a lot more. Look, these ones are strange. You see the bird. Oh yeah, see the one up there. People. See, those are some kind of strange priests or something very strange. As you can, like another warrior. See the hoof prints. Here's another one. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 bows and arrows.
I'm gonna put this back into my backpack.
Yeah, I can with 7 other little things on the bottom here. Another time thing here.
Yeah, and put this back in my.
We got another strange sundial right there. Some more bows and arrows. And we got another warrior right here, you see. So we came to this pretty cool spot in this canyon. Check it out. Another little hole you gotta go through. There's a lizard. What's up, bud? There's actually some pretty cool stuff in here. See that? So here you could see this says Juan's and it's got a horse. So the thing with San Juan, my friends, is it was a name that was brought here by the Spanish. Okay, so likely what you're seeing here is not like a native petroglyph, but actually is Spanish. And we're going to get into that here in a minute. We're almost to a petroglyph that I particularly want to share with you. Give you a little history lesson behind it. But this is part of it. What you're looking at here is likely a petroglyph by the Spanish after they took this place over, because they did have when Oñate, who was a conquistador, when he set up shop, he had a camp or a base called San Juan, and I believe that's what we're looking at here. But let's continue. I really want to make it to this petroglyph specifically. You got a couple more here. You see there's some people. It's kind of high, about just over my head, up on the wall. And there's like a strange animal there. You see that? It doesn't quite look like a deer to me. You can see that one looks like a deer. There's some people here. Some kind of snake or something. Another figure. And of course, a lot of it's missing. It got washed out. Got a couple more here. There's a nice one of a bow and arrow, you see. Alright guys, this is one I've particularly been wanting to see for a long time, but with it, I figure I'd give you a little bit of a history lesson. Check this out. Alright my friend, this is the one I've been wanting to actually see for a while. This is actually pretty cool. But what you can see here is you got some kind of sundial. Okay, some people say this has to do with migrations. It's a sundial, guys. And then you got a warrior here, some kind of warrior or priest. Of course, we got hoof prints. We got a corn stalk. See the corn stalk? I don't know what this is, if it represents a river or what. But this is particularly right here what I wanted to share with you, and with it, I figure I'd give you a bit of a history lesson. Okay, but here we got some kind of strange horned devil, okay, a horned serpent, which is nothing new if you've ever looked into things southwest. Okay, and then there's this strange thing with the antennas or whatever. But what you're looking at, my friends, is contact with conquistadors, the Spanish. Okay, there's another one. Of course, the wall has been broken off. And we got a deer, a horse there. But this is what I wanted to share with you specifically. Okay, so back in the day, guys, okay, to really grasp this, I'm going to take you all the way back to Genesis, my friends. God flooded the world. Yeah, so for the best way for me to explain this to you guys is to start with the Holy Scriptures. Okay, we know that everyone back in the day, okay, we all come from Noah's 3 sons. Okay, after the flood, all the people were in one place. Okay, as you proceed to study through the Scriptures, what you'll see, my friends, is that, okay, in Genesis 11, you got the Tower of Babel. Okay, you got the city of Babel. Everyone was in one language, okay, rebelling against God. And so what he did is he separated them by their languages, and they spread out across the earth, my friends. Okay, and when you study this, you'll see that, okay, people spread out. Okay, there were some natives in Russia. Okay, in the Scriptures, there's a word called Scythians. Okay, they're Scythians. But what they did, my friends, is they crossed from Russia into Alaska. Okay, across the ice. You may have learned this back in grade school. It's called the Bering Strait. Okay, but that is how we explain why there were people here when people came from the New World, okay, on ships. When Columbus landed, there was people here, and a lot of people. Okay, but what you're looking at here is the Spanish, my friends. Okay, after Columbus in 1519, there was a conquistador. Okay, these guys were hardcore. I'll put a couple links in the description. But this conquistador's name was Hernan Cortez, my friends. And what he did is he conquered the Aztecs. Okay, they landed on what we call the Yucatan. Okay, and he proceeded to gain allies, native allies. He had a woman who was interpreting from him. He had a Spanish sailor that knew the Mayan language, because this is a very confusing world we live in. But my friends, Spanish is not the native language to Mexico. Okay, you had different languages, Mayan, Aztec, but Spanish was not native. Okay, the Spanish conquered the Mexicans, my friends. Okay, and of course they set up Mexico City as their kind of like their base. He makes his way to Aztec. Okay, the ruler at the time's name was Montezuma. Okay, so Cortez, he makes it to Aztec. He meets up with Montezuma. Montezuma had some strange prophecies. The Aztecs were hardcore. Okay, they'd sacrifice hundreds of people a day to each of their gods. Okay, so Cortez makes it. Okay, and Montezuma, the Aztecs are quite intimidated by him. Of course, these men have guns, right? The Aztecs wrote down that these men, they thought they were gods because they had, of course, steel swords. And he wrote down that they rode deer as big as men. These guys had never seen horses. They had never seen steel helmets, steel swords, rifles. It says that these men had sticks of wood that issued fire. Okay, that's what these Spaniards had with them. That's what they brought with them. These guys were nightmares, okay? The natives here obviously didn't have a written language, so what you're looking at is their written language. What you're looking at is where they recorded Spanish contact, okay? They recorded Spanish contact. So anyway, Cortez throws down Mexico, conquers them, my friends. And I find it to be an interesting story because those Spaniards, although they didn't have all the truth, okay, they had the scriptures, they believed in Jesus, they believed in, the Pope. They were under the Pope, my friends. And they thought that they had all this authority, okay, as they came to this new world, so to speak. But what you're looking at is a clash of what you call the modern world and the old world, okay? Sticks and stones and guns and swords, basically. Okay, so after he conquers Mexico, they set up a capital or a camp, so to speak, a base in what is now Mexico City. Okay, so that's in the 1520s. About 40 years passes, 20 years passes, okay, bringing us up into about 1540. There's another conquistador, Spanish conquistador. And what he did is he rode from Mexico, headed this way because there was a ship that had got lost and ended up in Florida about the time Cortez conquers Mexico. Okay, and then there was other conquistadors that went south to South America. They conquered the Inca. Okay, and these guys had made a lot of money, a lot of gold. Okay, these guys were crazy about gold, and that's pretty much it. So anyway, they hear these stories because two men survived landing on the shores of Florida, and they make their way down to Mexico. And with them, they bring stories of cities of gold. Okay, that's what we know as the 7 lost cities of gold. So these conquistadors, crazy about their gold, well, they head out. Okay, they head out from Mexico City, heading north. Okay, there was a conquistador by the name of Coronado. So Coronado rides up into New Mexico. It's a complete failure. Okay, and by about 1540, he's up here. Okay, and he's tearing the place up, my friends. He's getting in fights with people. He's completely just throwing down villages, killing women, children, having sex with them, gambling. And he had orders from Spain. Okay, these guys were to obey the gospel. These guys were to, not gamble, to not be messing around with women. They had rules, but we know none of them was following them. Okay, but what Coronado had was about 12 captains. Okay, and what these guys would do is they would ride out ahead. Okay, so they would take off. Okay, and we know they went as far as the Grand Canyon and ultimately as far as Kansas. Okay, but they would head out, and that's, I believe, what you're looking at here is when the natives came in contact with some of these spies, some of these guys sent forth to look at what was ahead. Okay, so Coronado, his expedition turns out to be a complete disaster. And I think it was 41 or 42, they headed back to Mexico with no gold. Okay, and then it wasn't but maybe 60 years later, there was another one, Spanish conquistador by the name of Oñate. And he rides up here and he actually gets things established, brings in a whole settlement. Okay, and this is around, let's see, this was in the 1600s. Same thing, he comes up, he brings a lot of settlers with him. He ends up doing a lot of crazy stuff as well. okay? Killing, murdering, cruelty, that kind of thing. He throws down the Acoma Pueblo, many others, and we know that he in fact did get in trouble by Spain for the things that he was committing, because his own men and his own settlers turned on him because of the cruelty he was showing to these people, okay? And then, of course, when you get to the time of about 1705, my friends, you had another Spanish conquistador, okay? And this man's name was Madrid. And at this point, okay, they've already set up another base in what we now call today Santa Fe, New Mexico. And what he did is he rode out of Santa Fe, and by this time, Santa Fe is established like Mexico City was. Okay, so Santa Fe's that way. So what those men do is the Spanish have a base in Santa Fe, so they start riding to the north, okay? And then they kind of wrap around by Chama, okay? And he proceeded to go up through the mountains, okay? And then he come down through Chama, and once he come not far from here to a place called Governador, my friends, they were just burning cornfields and killing people, okay? Burning pueblos. And if you've seen my last video of the Francis Ruin, then you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You can just tell that that place was sacked and burned, and they threw those people down. What you're looking at, my friends, is actually, in a way, a written language. Okay, what you're seeing is the recording of the natives of this area showing you when Coronado or, you know, Oñate, what they would do is they would have like 12 captains. Okay, and these guys were hardcore. They would chop off hands of some of these people. Okay, they would just straight kill you, my friends, rip you apart with horses. These Spaniards were hardcore. When they first showed up in Mexico, they were blown away, my friends. These people had never seen horses. They had never seen steel swords. They'd never seen guns. There was the leader of Aztec Empire. His name was Montezuma. He wrote down that these men showed up. They rode on deer. That's what he called the horses. They rode on deer. They were as big as houses. And he also said that they had sticks of wood that issued fire. Those were firearms. Okay, the Spanish had guns. They had swords. They had horses. They had armor of steel, my friends. The people in this area in Mexico had never seen such things. Okay, so what happens is they would send out riders. I mean, far. They would go as far as, you know, like the Grand Canyon, scouting, sending spies into the land, so to speak. So what you're looking at here is likely where the natives recorded where they had come in contact with two scouts of Spaniards. As you can see, the Spaniards have swords. They have helmets that were of iron. And they were on horses, my friends. Horses were unheard of back in these times, okay? So I thought I'd take a little bit of time and share this with you. I find it a pretty fascinating piece of history right here, what it's letting us know, what it's showing us. Because far before the British ever set up home, this was New Spain, my friends, okay? And the Spaniards would ride into these pueblos, okay? They would have an interpreter, and they would tell the natives, okay, you either do what we say and you believe in our God. Okay, these guys had the scriptures, my friends. Okay, of course they were under the authority of the Pope, and that's what they would say when they would come to these pueblos. They would say, we have authority over the universe by God and the Pope. And then you know, they would proceed. If these natives wouldn't bow down and, you know, cooperate, well, then they would just sack the town, my friends. They would just attack them, and that's what you see here. But of course, I ain't gonna sit here and act like these guys didn't have some strange beliefs, my friends. When God split the world up, when he split all the people up across the world, they took their bloody beliefs with them. And you can see evidence of that here in New Mexico. I wanted to take a little bit of time, share with you this picture. Yeah, so we're walking now. We actually just passed a pueblo, but it's way up there. You see it, it's right on top of that rock, right in the middle of the screen. There's an old busted down pueblo on top of that rock. And those first petroglyphs we were just looking at, they're just around this bend right here. Just around that corner. And then alongside the right side wall there. And now what we're doing is we gotta head up, go around this, and we're headed to the back of the canyon. There's a few petroglyphs there. There's also really, if it's still there, there's a pretty cool pueblo. Yeah, just to give you an idea of what we're getting into here. Check out these cliffs. Pretty massive. And you're surrounded on both sides. So we still got to go up. About up to right there. And then go back in there. I do believe is where we're headed. Looks like these guys are having a water break. We're almost to where we go down that canyon.
Phew. Hey, trail there, let's go get
Oh! I just found this interesting looking slab of sandstone, but on the surface you can see it's got like that iron. There's some pretty flowers on that cactus, ain't it? I like those ones with the little green. The green in the middle. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure where we're going. I know we're going up this canyon, but I just wanted to show you. Look, you made it around the bend. You can see the kids there. But just behind them over there, look. I can't tell from here, but it looks like there's some petroglyphs on that long wall right there. Go check it out. Looks like we're starting to see some petroglyphs again. All right. Yeah, here's like, see an elk, looks like. A snake. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see there's a hunter. He's harvesting himself an elk. There's a snake. And I can't make out what that other stuff is. As you can see, someone shot that elk. Punks out here with their rifles. They shoot these petroglyphs and everything else. And then, let's see. I can't see what that is. Some kind of figure. This looks like an alien. A couple things there. Anyway, let's continue. And family is quick. They just leave me in the dust. Of course, I'm behind checking every little thing out, you know. Here's some of that, you can use this like tea. Okay, so we made it to this panel. So we got a few things here. I don't know what that is. Looks like maybe it's some kind of strange map. Just above it we got some strange figures there. See that one? And then this. Oh, of course you can see it says Juan again, like we seen earlier. It says Juan. Check that out. That's strange, huh? It's like a 44 and then an upside down 44. This little warrior guy. Maybe he's like an animal harvester, like a butcher, so to speak. Then we come over here, check this out. Come over here, you see that one? You can see that was a hunter. As you can see, the hunter here with his bow. And he's shooting him in elk, you can see. And I don't know what that is. That's pretty strange. Maybe that is some kind of map. Some kind of other beast there. See another one there. Those are strange looking creatures. And then faintly, which is I believe to be a lot older, you can see the people in there. We got a spiral there. And then of course we got some sun god worship. Yeah, that's a pretty big panel there too. All right, you guys ready to continue? We cross the wash, go up and around. Yeah, so we're crossing the wash here where it hits the cliff. And I found anyway, you can see where the water chewed on this. See what I mean? It's really cool, but way up there, there's a, looks like some bear claws or something right there. You can see it right there. But then next to it, these are really old, guys, because how faded they are. See the square-headed guy right there? And that other animal-looking thing. It's way up there, guys. Either this is washed out really bad, or those guys had some ladders. And so we just came up through here. And that weird one I just showed you is right there. Just behind this wall, we got that pretty cool corn stalk. Well preserved. I always wondered what was up with this on the corn stalks. You see they got these things at the bottom of them. But what you got there more, Megan?
I don't know, but I think someone there's something here and then someone had to take it out.
That is interesting. Look at that. That's got to be, I think, what is I don't know what that is. I've seen that in several places I've been. I think it's maybe mapping.
Yeah, some writing in here.
There's some recent stuff. RM.
Yeah, this in here is
Is there stuff in there too?
no, just initial.
Got a crack in the wall here. Check that out. Let's go in here. Yeah, this is all modern. Modern stuff. Wow, this is kind of cool, guys. This is where the bats like to sleep.
This could be good for running water down here, like a water stock,
Ain't no running water around here these days.
Yeah.
That's cool. Hey, come back. I'm gonna screenshot a picture of you. Stand in that crack. Put your hand on each wall.
Looks like someone carved this out and put it
So
back.
coming out of the crack, there's another corn stalk right there.
Looks like someone
A bunch of damaged stuff.
carved this
Oh wow,
back in.
that's Chaco. You see? I believe that's the Chaco Canyon. Pueblo Bonito is, I believe, what that looks like. Which would make sense with the suns and stuff, you know. These guys worship some crazy stuff. Sacrificing and eating people.
Yeah.
Antelope is what it looks like. Another guy. And then this is cool. You can see the feathers.
It's not safe back there.
No, we're not going back out that way, buddy.
And look over there's a beanstalk.
But where we're trying to get to, my friends, is there's that bluff right in front of me. Well, that Pueblo we're trying to get to, you got to go down the canyon, but it's up on the cliff. You know what I mean? It's up there somewhere. So next stop,
Like a mile ahead.
we're going up. All right, guys. You wouldn't believe it, but we're up on this mesa. Where those last petroglyphs we're looking at is just right there. So we're up on this cliffside, as you can see. And it's a long ways down there. Had to go really slow because we got the kids and the dogs. But as you can see, it's pretty sketchy little trails going on here. Cactuses, cliffs, and we come across our first part of the ruins here. There's we found a lot of pottery and stuff. Right here, here's the little first wall we've come across. Right there, you see that? Be careful, Hagen. So look, there's another one right there. There used to be a Pueblo right here. Slow, buddy.
Look, can I do this? I can feel my rib.
No, Skylar.
You gonna keep that? It's a cool looking rock. Careful, don't hit your head right there. Just sit down there. There you go. Slow, buddy. So we're pretty much getting there, guys. You can see part of that one right there. Here, baby, take him by the hand. Yeah, so this is something else, guys. So basically what we got, a little cliff hang right here. But then look right there, you can see part of that ruin. See the doorway right there? And it goes down. See the shaft house right here? And of course, just out on the end here, you can see there's another house. A few of them going back. And of course, right behind me, directly behind me, there's this one. So, yeah, let's go check it out. I've been waiting a long time, guys. I've always said I would come. And my son finally convinced me to drag ourselves up this mountain. Yeah, so here's the shaft house. Shaft house, you see. It goes up the cliff, and then it's like, see, let me zoom there. See, there's another one up there. That's all a ruin. Behind there, see the holes coming out?
Then look at this rock.
Yeah, it's a clear rock. And then, of course, we got those ones right there. So let's check them out. I don't know. See about this shaft house real quick. So we managed to find a way up here, guys, but check this out right off the bat. I'll give you a view of how it is coming into this thing. Because we're way up on this cliffside. It's kind of sketchy. So here's the main wall. It's about 10, 12 feet high. It's pretty big. But then we got, see, like a cool space back here. And looks like there might be a few petroglyphs, mostly like recent people. See, this would have had of course, a roof on it, probably a window there. What's up, son? And of course, here's the back wall. Here's the doorway to this ruin. Let's see, let's go through there. Oh, see. This is pretty crazy. You're just right out on the edge of this cliff. Down there. Big book pups. It's windy, guys. So here's some windows. Cool. Stay away from the edge. Go forward, bud. All right. So, stay close. Stay over here by this wall. Another wall here. This would have been roofed right here. Come get away from that edge, please. Go straight, Marley. Follow your mom. Right this way. The dogs are upset we haven't come back for them yet. There's another house right here. Pretty big little place. Had several rooms, as you can see. And then it gets even better. Right here, see? You gotta crawl through this. Crawl through this. Hands and knees. There's another one. Small wall. Okay, so here's the shaft house, guys. I've been waiting a long time to see this. And see what it does is it goes up.
A log. It's like a log.
It goes up the side of the cliff. And then you go in behind the cliff. And then it's just there above us. So we're going to check it out. If it's safe, we'll go ahead and check it out. Where I'm going to take a quick break. Alright, we're going to see if we can go up, get up in here, and ultimately climb it. See, it was burned at some point. Alright. Okay, cool. So we're in here. This is interesting.
Can I watch from here?
So in here, we got a log that's going up. I don't know how well we could actually probably get up that thing. But you can see there's the doorway there. And behind me it's just like, anyway, we'll see if we can maneuver up this thing. Okay, guys, so I managed to come up the shaft house, and then of course this is the top of it. But as you turn around here, see, this is cool. See, we got another doorway here. And then, of course, See, it's just this whole wall right here. So let's check this out. It's kind of really sketchy, you guys. Looks like there's rats' nests and everything up here. But yeah, let's at least take a peek in here. See? All the lumber. All the original lumber still here. And then look. There's that. Yeah, that's amazing. Definitely like rattlesnakes and stuff up in here, I'm sure of it. So look at these, check out that. It says 1920. 1920. And, some holes. I see that den is very sketchy. It seems like maybe, yeah, you could see how it's burnt up at the top. See how it's burnt right there? That was there where they would cook, where they would bake things and make things. You can see that was their chimney. Pretty awesome. You see, this was a little burned at some point. So anyway, awesome, guys. I was able to get up all the way in it. But now the sketchy part is going back down that hole right there. That little hole is sketchy. And it's pretty high. So let's go. Let's get out of here. Shaft house. Very cool. Show you just how small it is getting through here, you see. And it's just sketchy because you don't want to lean on anything, because man, if it's going down, it'll probably all go down. You don't want to get hurt, you know. But I just wanted to show you how small it is here, just fitting through here. So we're gonna head back down, just so you can see. See, and then you go down that shaft right there where that wood's poking out. So we just come out of this door here. As you can see, this is a small space. So cool. Amazing, these people dragged their kids and their parents up here on these cliffs, hiding, you know. Of course, they would fight each other, you know what I mean? These different tribes and these different, you know, people would fight each other. But when it really came down to it, in the end, it was the Spaniards that really did the toll on them, you know. Because they would just ride right up here to your pueblos. They would come around onto the top and then just come down to you. And it's unfortunate. But definitely a part of history. You can see why these people were hiding. You know, they went from living in the river bottoms next to the springs, and they came up here on the cliffs. But just to get you a view of this shaft, check it out. It's pretty. It seems to be probably about 12 or 14 feet, I'd say. That log is probably a original piece as well. This log is loose. You don't want to use any of this stuff as a handle. You want to lean mainly on the log, and on this wall is a handle. You don't want that coming in on you, or you don't want to damage it neither. But anyway, I'm going to try and make it down. So there it is, my friends, the shaft house. It was definitely more amazing than I ever thought. Seen pictures, heard stories, but I thought it was just one piece. I didn't realize it went up, and then there was a whole nother set of houses in the cliff, you know what I mean? Just totally amazing, and I'm glad that I was able to share it with y'all. But we're going to begin our journey on out of here, my friends. It's been a pretty hot day. I'm glad we brought a lot of water with us, and we're going to begin our journey on back. But I wanted to share this with you. Hope you enjoyed it. God bless each of you, my friends, my brothers and my sisters. In Jesus' name, amen. If I see anything cool on the way out, I'll be sure to share it with you. But you can see here's a some pretty new stuff, just scratches really, but its names I can't make it out. Fords, something Yorks. Anyway, there was one in there that was from the 1920s. I thought that was cool, but unfortunately you see some people, you know, put foul language on the walls, and you know, teenagers or whatever. But yeah, I'll give you one more look at this thing as we begin our way out. It's a single wall. So what I'm sure of, guys, is that this was probably, you know, all a house. I don't know. This was probably all roofed in as well. This whole area here, and you know, it's probably be a pretty cool place. Kind of reminds me of the Citadel one that's in Utah, but pretty cool. I'm gonna grab my bag and I'll show you the way out.
Do you want to find the ruin, the extra one? You know, right when we came up here?
Yeah.
Well, go to the right. There's that split rock. Go past that, and you'll find it.
Okay, we'll check it out. I'm coming right behind you. Be slow, don't run. Look at that little guy, little lizard. What's up, guy? How you doing? This is your house? You live here now? It's a little baby collared lizard, looks like. Anyway, let's get out of here. Amazing, huh? Look how far it is to the bottom. So right there in the wash, that's the very bottom. It's way down. Alright. Here's a dog. What's up, pups? Skylo. Skios. That's how you say dog in the Greek. And it's funny, they call this Crow Canyon. We've been hearing crows, ravens flying around. It's like they know they're some of the smartest birds. You show up and they show up because they know that the humans you know, throw trash or whatever, you know, leave stuff behind. And it's the same with some of these other birds. They see humans and they think that, you know, they come looking for food. A cool house here. It's okay, pups, I'm coming. So the boy said there was more ruins. Except there's one right there, a little one. Just a wall. Nothing. It's like someone blotted this out, or okay, maybe it was vandalism and they covered it. Is what. some of the stewards that try to take care of these places. Oh, that kids, I can hear them back here. Sketchy. Oh yeah, there is more ruins back here. Hey guys.
This is it. Chill out. Chill out. This is the end of the ruin.
This is the end of them, huh? Oh no, I'm sure there's more all the way. I'm sure there's ruins somewhere else back in there, way over under that cave. Look at that cave down there, 2 caves. See? Cool. Yeah, cool, guys. I didn't know this one was here. You live? That's a big wall. That's a lot of work. Bringing all these stones and mud and water up this mountain. Go stand by that wall, Hagen. What you guys got there? That was another shaft house. That's exactly what that was. See, the shaft would have went up right there. And then it would have been another ruin. Up on that ledge. All up in there. Yeah, you know it was. That's cool. Stay up here, Marsh. I don't want you down there. Yeah, look how big that wall is. That's a huge palace up here. Of course, it would have been roofed, right? It would have been roofed up here. Probably up against the cliff. At least I think it would have been. Stay there. That's a big edge. Whew, that's a long ways. It's over a 100-foot drop.
Skylo's over here.
It's okay. Very cool, guys. Yeah, imagine we ought to head our journey back. Okay, so coming back out of there, guys, we had to go, of course, up and around and across through these ruins. Of course, you see these ones are torn. And then the shaft house is right behind this tree, but see how those are busted? These ones that are busted, the roofs are gone. I just wanted to make notice of all the rock that is down on these hills. And wood, old pieces of wood. You know, it just goes to show that these things were probably really awesome structures at one point in time. And then through, you know, just wear and tear, you know, from erosion and whatnot, they just busted down. And of course, if enemies knocked them down as well, you know, burned them, you can just see all the old stones.